everyone, and welcome back to Taekwondo Step by Step. I'm Andrew and it's the weekend. So I'll tell you a little bit of a joke before we start. There were once two bank robbers and they robbed the bank, of course, and then after they had the money in their hands, one of them said, "Look, let's sit down right now and count all the money." And the other guy said, "Oh, I'm too tired." So the other guy said, "Quick, let's hurry and count the money. We have to hurry and count it." The other guy said, "Oh, look, we stole it, didn't we? If we wait until tomorrow, we can read the newspaper and then we'll know exactly how much we stole." Pretty funny, hey? You're not laughing. Well, all right, then while you guys practice everything we did on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll think of another joke, okay? Let's get into it right now with Master Lee's demonstration of Taegeuk Chiltang.
Alright, it's now time for one-step sparring, a session that requires accuracy, which will brush up your sparring skills. Listen carefully to my instructions.
경례! 좌우양호! 경례! 준비! 하!
Okay, when the opponent goes into the ap-chagi and lets out a ki-hop, you know that he is ready to spar, right? When you're using your legs, you go into this stance, the sparring stance. You should be standing apart from your opponent by an arm's length, like this, an arm's length. The most important thing is that you shouldn't stand further apart than this. Now, when he attacks like this, for the counterattack, you bring your feet together. And lifting your leg and staying balanced, you kick his sternum. You kick like this. It's really hard to kick at such a close distance, but you also need to learn to attack from all situations. Okay, now in actual speed, I'll show you. It's time for one-step sparring. This time, we'll practice defense and counterattack using a yop-chagi. The side kick is the most commonly used kick in Taekwondo, and also the most important. You can follow along with me now.
좌우양호! 경례! 준비!
The opponent will take his right foot back and do an ap-chagi with his left arm, letting out a sharp ki-hop. This means that your partner is ready to attack. Then accordingly, I will stand at a striking distance from him, going into the basic sparring stance. You go into this stance like this. This stance is used for kicking. The opponent will take a step forward and then do a momtong. Then as his fist comes to a halt, you lift your right leg and kick either his sternum or side. Use your back sole or foot blade for the point of impact. After kicking, you let out a loud ki-hop. What's important is that when practicing, you should avoid kicking the ribs as you might hurt your partner seriously. Alright now, let's take another look, this time in actual speed. Alright, it's time for one-step sparring. Today, we'll learn how to avoid the opponent's attack and counter that with a 돌려차기. Watch carefully.
경례! 좌우양호! 경례! 준비!
Okay, like we've learned before, the ap-chagi and ki-hop signals that he is ready to attack, and of course the other person will go into a sparring stance. What you should remember is to stand at a striking distance from your opponent. This is to enhance the actual feel of the situation. If you stand too far away, his kicks will not reach you at all. So it won't be an effective sparring practice. Now, when he comes in with a punch aimed for the face, you sidestep the punch like this. And then, maintaining your balance, you kick his side as soon as his fist comes to a halt. You kick like this. Now, when you have sidestepped his punch successfully, you can use your whole leg to kick. Or if you couldn't get the optimum distance from him, you can also kick with your leg half bent. Now, we'll watch it again, in actual speed.
Ha! 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 Hope you guys were practicing very hard in all of that stuff, and I hope now that you've got the hang of most of it. I've been trying to think of another joke, but I haven't thought of one yet, so give me just a little bit more time. You've still got Thursday and Friday still to do, so let's get into it right now.
Yes, in today's one-step sparring, we'll practice the banmom 돌려차기. Of course, this is a difficult move to master, and it's even hard to maintain your balance after the kick. But as always, you can do it well after repeated practice. Listen to me carefully.
경례, 좌우양호, 경례, 준비, 하.
Okay, you know what the opponent's ap-chagi and kiap means, right? Accordingly, I will go into this stance and get ready for the defense. Now, when the opponent comes in for the attack, I will turn my left foot slightly backwards, like this, for the preparatory action. All this time, you need to keep your eyes focused on your opponent. And then spinning around, I complete the kick like this. Now, I'll show you in actual speed. Okay, it's one-step sparring again. Now everyone, one of my concerns nowadays is that you might not be motivated with our sessions because they might look like the same kind of kicks. But accuracy and agility can only be enhanced through repeated practice.
경례, 좌우양호, 경례, 준비, 하.
Okay, same as before, the ap-chagi shows that the person is ready to attack. Until now, the counterpart went into a sparring stance to his right to go into the defensive. This time, we'll change our stance from the right to the left, like this. Now, when the opponent comes in for a jirugi on your face, you bring your right foot toward you, like this for the preparatory action. Let's try it. Then, balancing yourself firmly, you swiftly spin and kick the opponent's face, like this. Then you return to the basic stance. This is a banmom 돌려 후리기 on the face. Now, we'll show you again in actual speed. You can follow us.
하! 하! 하!
Did you get all that?
I still haven't been able to think of another joke. I'll confess I am a terrible joke teller, but that's no reason for you not to laugh. Some people think that they shouldn't laugh because otherwise they'll get smile lines on their face. Well, these kind of lines are a lot better than this kind of face, a stone face. You want to laugh, you want to smile, you need to do these things because it makes you feel so good and it relieves your stress. Well, anyway, you guys have a great weekend and we'll catch you again next Monday for more action on Taekwondo Step by Step.